In this video, we dive in how we add our smart Yeelight to our setup so we are able to maximize the use of these smart lights. Let's roll the intro. What's up guys, my name is John and welcome back to another episode of Stream Smart with Yeelight. In this episode, we want to make sure you'll be able to confidently set up your Yeelight through the Yeelight app. I will be walking you through step by step how Yeelights are generally set up. When you purchase a Wi-Fi connected Yeelight, they need to be added to your home router which has Wi-Fi and a working internet. Now these Wi-Fi lights connects to the routers at 2.4 GHz band, so make sure your router is compatible, and chances are any modern day router should be compatible. Just check, just in case. Now to add this Yeelight to your network, you use the Yeelight app that is available both on the iOS and the Google Play Store.
Simply download the app and once ready, navigate to the Add button and add device. Some Yeelights are Bluetooth enabled and you would see them listed on the top. Now if your Yeelight did not appear there, simply select the model of the Yeelight, and in my case, the Yeelight Smart LED Bulb W3, and proceed with the step-by-step instruction appears on the phone, which is resetting your device.
Now this step is done for brand new Yeelights that you purchase, or if you want to reset your Yeelight to its factory setting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on and off the lights for 5 times. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th time, you'll see the RGB cycles through the colors, indicating that the reset completes. Now this step will allow Yeelight to go into setup state where the light exposes its unique SSID to initiate adding into the network. Let's go back to the app.
Back in the app, select the router's SSID that you plan to add your Yeelight. In our case, it's our 2 GHz network on our M floor. All our Yeelights resides together in the same network for easy setup and identification. Click on Next and the following screen says Link to our device. At this stage, navigate to your Wi-Fi settings on the phone and select the SSID of the newly resetted Yeelight. The progress bar will indicate for the process to complete, and the lights may blink in between. And once successfully connected, we can name the light and the location where the light is going to be located at. Now, if you're like me and plan to integrate this light with third-party tool, click yes to adding to LAN. Once the Yeelights are successfully added to the app and essentially the network, we are greeted with many controls with the Yeelight app. Turning on and off from the app, setting up scenes, changing colors, and also music flow. Letting the light flow with the music and sound the app picks up.
And essentially, most, if not all of the Yeelights goes through the same workflow to how to add them into your network. The 5 times on and off switch is a standard across most of the lights that I know.
Now in the app, we could easily group lights together, like the array of Yeelight Smart Bulb W3 where I use them as my key light. I grouped them together so I could control the on and off, the color, and the brightness of these lights in a group.
All the Yeelight that I use to set up the ultimate desk that I have behind me here, they are all compatible with the Amazon Echo or the Google Home. And I have with me the Amazon Echo that I have here. Say hello.
Hello.
And once you have your Amazon account set up, you can add the Yeelight skill set to enable voice control to these lights. And once it is set up, you can do this. Alexa, turn on study.
Okay.
What do you think? Now, a lot of people would associate smart home with these voice commands. Now, these are just voice triggers and they are trigger points. And in the world of smart homes, automation is the end goal. Now, I would want you to understand that triggers are what happens to kick off an automation. Now, voice and phones is a form of trigger. It can be anything that records a change of a state, like for example, from day to night, or a motion presence, or a computer that wakes up from a sleep. And automations are a set of rules to what your smart devices would do when these triggers are activated. I'll dive deep into home automation once I introduce you to another way to control this Yeelight. may I introduce you to a platform known as the Home Assistant. And what it is installed in a Raspberry Pi 3 that I have over here. And this platform opens up many possibilities for Yeelight to integrate with other devices. For example, your laptop. Imagine this, say when you launch a certain online meeting app and when your camera is switched on, the key light automatically turns on. And when you are done with that online meeting, this key light automatically turns off. Now this is one of the many functionalities Home Assistant would work together with Yeelight to enable this advanced automation. Now the best way to get Home Assistant running, in my opinion, is to get onto their website, which is here. The details installation process is written pretty detailed on the website itself.
Now this is a desktop client on the Mac for Home Assistant. It is also available on Windows. It will detect all the Yeelights that has already been added to the network, and with a couple of clicks, we are able to add these Yeelight to Home Assistant. And once added, this Yeelight exposes itself as an entity in Home Assistant, where we can then create automation to control the Yeelights.
Now Home Assistant can be a learning curve, but it has been a long coming of a platform that exists in the community and it has matured a lot. And there's a huge community that's available on YouTube and also their forum in their website if you hit a brick wall installing Home Assistant.
The desktop client would allow access to the computer's peripherals like cameras and also microphones, which means I can set up automation with these peripherals as triggers with the intention to control Yeelight with Home Assistant. Now click on Settings, Automation and since we add a new automation. We will start with an empty automation. We will set an entity in Home Assistant as our trigger. I'll set unique base MacBook Pro camera in use. And we monitor the camera's usage state from off to on. And when that happens, the trigger will kick off the automation. This would happen when you join a Zoom, Meet or a team call, or when you use OBS to go live with a camera scene in it. When that happens, I'll let Home Assistant to call upon the light.on service to turn on the key lights that I have with me. Now I'll save the automation as on call. All I have to do now is to create another automation that turns off all the lights when we finish with the call.
I've set up home automation on Home Assistant right now, and what it is, when a camera is in use with the laptop, which means if I go Facebook Live, if I go online meeting, or if I go YouTube Live, it will automatically turn on the camera and automatically turn on the lights that I have. So I'm using a software called OBS, and what I'm going to do is once I launch it, the camera's active, the light should just turn on by itself. Let's see what happens. There you go. You can see the lights behind me. The key light is lighting me pretty good. And there's just so many ways of utilizing Yeelight, from as simple as just from the native Yeelight app to Amazon Echo that I have on the desk. And right now, here, home automation with Home Assistant. And there's so much potential this setup can be, and I can't wait to share them with you here on Stream Smart with Yeelight. Now, so far we have put together a video on how we set up all the Yeelights that we can showcase for streaming and gaming desks via the Ultimate Desk Setup. We also made a video about how we utilize the Yeelight Smart LED W3 to build a softbox like the one that I'm using right now to light myself in a video like this. And if you haven't checked out those videos, the links are available right there or in the description below. And perhaps maybe I should create a playlist so it's easy for you to find. Well, thank you for watching another episode of Stream Smart with Yeelight. Now, I hope this video is enabling you to utilize the Yeelight that you have to another level. You might have the Yeelight app, you upgrade yourself to using the Amazon Echo, and perhaps right now you're intrigued with the Home Assistant platform. If you like this kind of video, do subscribe to the channel, click on the like so the rest of the world will be able to find a video like this that exists on YouTube. I'll see you guys on the next video.